Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Cavaliers filled with pain after executive sister was murdered in Akron home. LeBron James demands justice. I have a clip that I want you to listen to.
Has LeBron James pleading for justice. A young woman found dead inside her home. The killer is still out on the streets tonight. Our Kendall Forward spoke to the woman's friends, and she's live now with the details on this horrifying crime.
Erica Weems was found shot dead in her house here. It's a house she just moved into over the summer. You can see some people have already left stuffed animals and little tokens to her. Now friends, family, and pretty much everyone here on this street are shocked, including LeBron James, who tweeted about it just a couple hours ago. Her friends say she would do anything to help anyone, and this just doesn't make sense.
She was an amazing person, and I'm really upset that she was taken from us the way she was.
Tuesday nights at Socialite Restaurant will never be the same after 37-year-old Erica Weems was found murdered in her home.
It just doesn't make any sense. I didn't believe it at all. I didn't believe it until we actually got to her house.
Socialite co-owner Erica Banks says Weems came here every week for R&B night. They've been friends for the past 6 years, and Weems celebrated her birthday here just last week.
We first started off as a regular, and then she became family. Oh my gosh, she has a heart of gold.
Banks now heartbroken at the loss of her friend, because I love you, wondering who and why someone Boulevard home. Banks says she was always around to give advice, and during the pandemic shutdown, ordered multiple times a week, and even gave her money to get her through.
She was able to give that to me, and I will forever, forever, forever love her.
Police found Erica Tuesday afternoon in her home after a call for a wellness check by family. Her death sending shockwaves throughout the community. LeBron James tweeting this out just a few hours ago, saying the family needs answers to why and who would do this. Quote, disgusting thing to such a caring and loving angel. Banks is wondering the same thing.
Not a evil bone in her body at all, at all. And so it's very, very heartbreaking that somebody would be so evil to her because, again, she would give her last to anybody.
Now, Erica was the sister of LeBron's close friend, Brandon Weems, who also works.
Now I'm going to read you the article. Someone knows something about this young lady. Akron, Ohio. The hearts of Cleveland Cavaliers are heavy after learning that the 37-year-old murder victim shot in her home was the sister and director of scouting Brandon Weems. Akron police said they found the body of Erica Weems after being asked to do a wellness check at her home in the 900 block of the Hardee's Boulevard around 3 p.m. Monday. Erica Weems was pronounced dead at the scene from a gunshot wound to the head. Cavaliers General Manager Kobe Altman shared the following statement, what he calls a senseless act. The entire Cavaliers organization was terribly saddened to learn about the recent tragic death of Brandon Weems' sister Erica. Our hearts are heavy and filled with pain over the senseless act. We express our deepest condolences to Brandon, the entire Weems family, their loved ones, and the Akron community. We will be with Brandon throughout the extremely difficult time, and we will offer our assistance and researches to help find justice for Erica. There have been no arrests made or suspects identified, prompting LeBron James to speak out on Twitter to demand justice for his brother's sister. Akron, Ohio. My brother's sister was murdered this past weekend in her home. My brother's family need answers to why and whom. My city, I need y'all. To go work and find out who did this awful, shameful, disgusting thing to such a caring, loving angel. Justice for Erica Wims. Wims had just moved into her Hartley Boulevard house, where she was found in June. Neighbors of Wims said she was welcome in addition to the neighborhood and was shocked to learn what happened to her. Terry Pister said the young lady did not disturb what happened to me. She said she hadn't gotten to meet her yet, but yet said, I have a candle at my house because I'm going to go over and introduce myself to her. She just moved in. Patrick Kennedy lives next door. He says she was always pleasant, and for this to happen to her, I'm shocked, amazed, I'm hurt. He said I was quiet. She was quiet as kept to herself. He said she was very independent and self-sufficient. But even so, she sometimes asked him to help while fixing up her new home. She's a nice person and she didn't deserve it. Very pleasant. Had a nice smile, didn't want to depend on nobody. I tried to help her sometimes, and she didn't want to help. She didn't want the help. Wims graduated from Ohio State University. She ran a daycare in Columbus, but came back to Akron and ran a daycare out of her home. She recently celebrated her birthday at a nearby bar, Social 8. Erica Banks owns the bar and is close friends with Wims. She said Erica was a regular who turned into family. She would always come to the R&B night on Tuesdays. She was an amazing person, and I'm really upset she was taken from us this way, said Banks. This just doesn't make any sense. I don't believe it. I didn't believe it until we actually got to her house. Banks and Wims were friends for at least 6 years. She said Wims has a heart of gold. She said during the pandemic shutdown, she would come multiple times a day and order food for herself and her dad. She even gave her mother money to help get her through. She was able to give that to me, and I will be forever grateful. She said they spoke on Saturday when Wims wanted to watch the OSU game at Social 8. We told each other we loved each other, and that was the last time I talked to her. At Social 8, we have regulars who are considered family. Yesterday, we lost a family member. Erica Wims has supported Section 8 from the beginning, but more recently during the state quarantine, and since we had reopened, we will miss her organized menu, her taking control of the music on Tuesdays, and her encouraging words. Somebody somewhere knows something. What if this was your daughter? What if this was your sister? What if this was your mother? Wouldn't you want someone to speak? Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.